What is up, ladies and gentlemen? How's it going? I hope you're all doing very well indeed. This is myself, Matt the Tomato. Thank you ever so much for tuning in. Welcome to episode 2 of the second series, or the second season here with Hearts in FIFA 13 career mode. Thank you ever so much for joining me so far. We've made a couple of signings early on in the transfer window here. The big one here is Bashim Kadri from Odense in Denmark. He's the big money signing here, 1.4 million. Pacey forward. We'll see how he gets on. And we've also signed Jordan Lukaku from Anderlecht for £400,000 just to have another youth. We wanted a left back. We've got Granger already, but we wanted a young left back who could eventually grow into that role at some point, just to secure ourselves for the future. So that's what we've done. Inter Milan have accepted the loan offer for Santiago Armenteros. This is going to be cover at central defensive midfield to help out Darren Barr. And of course, because we've got all these European games and whatnot, we want to make sure that we've got cover in lots of positions. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to loan this guy in. 67 rated. He's only 18. Be good experience for him. So, okay. So do we want to play any of these friendlies? I might play. Oh, do we want to play this one? Not so sure. Sao Paulo actually accepted the loan offer for the other one that we went for, the central defensive midfielder, but no, we only need one. So. Armenteros was the one we really wanted anyway. So, okay, Chumachero wants to play. Sure. I tell you what, I think we are going to play this one. I think I do want to play this one. I want to see how the new signings are going to manage and stuff like that. So yeah, I want to play this one. We do need to, of course, have a look at setting this up properly here. So this is, in general, the current first team. But actually, Sutton is going to be moving down to the bench. And we are instead going to be having Kadri as our primary centre forward with Benzia. So that's going to be the big change from the previous season. We need our... where is he? Asp. There we go. He's our youth... youth goalkeeper, he needs to be there. Webster there on the bench, that's fine. Lukaku, he's more of a squad rotation player. I was thinking maybe McGowan instead would be better on the bench. So we're going to be doing that. Good. Okay. We want Azogue. I think Chumachero is now going to start having a bigger role. So we want Chumachero to be our bench players, and then we want Papadopoulos and Sutton on the bench there as well. Armenteros is going to be sometimes used. Stevenson, he's probably going to get slightly less game time. And of course, we do have Toft over here. I'm just trying to sort this out based on the players I want versus the players that I don't want. So I want all the players I want to be up there. Cool. So Toft, again, he's going to get game time. This is just the standard setup. And then, of course, we make the changes afterwards. So this is the standard sort of layout that we want. So this is the actual first team. And then we obviously make the changes as the games come along. So, okay, so that's what we want to do there. Okay, but we want to play this one. So, I don't think I'm going to start with our new signings straight away. I actually think we will. So, for the purposes of this game, we probably want Sutton to be starting. I want Armenteros on the bench again because I want to see how these players are. I actually want Toft on the bench as well. I want to see what he's like. Chumachero is going to start because he asked to. So, sure, let's play him over on that. Actually, let's swap Driver and Chumachero like that. And I also want Lukaku on the bench because I want to bring him on maybe later on to see how he goes as well. Cool. Okay, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to play this one. It's just a friendly, but I just want to see, I want to see a little bit of these new signings. And I want to see how they do. Obviously, the initial team that we actually have on the field here, there's no new signings, but you know, let's see. Right, and of course I want to get back into the swing of this because, yeah, we've obviously we're starting a new season here, so yeah, I want to Want to see how we get on. Also, Hull City, ooh, were they a Premier League team at this point? I'm not so sure. And, of course, it's raining. I'm not so sure. I will get back to you in a bit. Okay. Anyway, of course, the other reason I've decided to play this game is because we didn't see any football in that first episode, so I wanted to make sure that we actually saw a little bit of football fairly early on here. Although it wasn't, I don't think, until the third episode of the first series where we actually saw some actual gameplay. So, right, let's remind ourselves of how rubbish I am at this game. Bloody hell, right on the edge of the area. Nah, too close. Okay, right. Let's see how we go. Chumachero. Hamill. Bar. Okay, Benzia, of course, has now completed his... well, no, I'd say he completed his first season. Oh, he's just passed it. He's just nutmegged in there. Yeah, goal. Templeton, fantastic finish. Benzia, of course, was signed in January. I was thinking maybe he completed his first season, but no, he was signed in January, so not his first full season anyway. But I think he's going to come on, and he started quite slowly, but he did score a couple of goals last season. But I think he's really going to come on, and he's actually going to be in amongst it this season, especially with more games as well. So, ooh, that was a heavy touch. More games as well, and he was actually he was voted the player of the Scottish Cup. Was Benzia, and I think that's where he got most of his goals. But it was, if I'm not mistaken, I think it was the assist department where he was actually very effective. That was a very important block. He was really good at getting the assists. So there's more to. That was a interesting corner, and then I kind of messed it up defending. That's just going to go out. It's a corner for Hull. Oh, really? I thought that was just going to... That was a bit confusing. I really didn't think that was a corner, but okay. Oh, just needed to pass that a little bit sooner. Good contest. Stephen Quinn. Can't remember if Hull were a Premier League team at this point. Of course, it's the second season as well, so maybe that, it's quite possible that they got relegated or something like that. That was a good finish. And it's in for the equaliser. No panic. Realised he got the opportunity and took it. Really bad defending that though. Obviously, it's a pre-season friendly, so I'm not mad. Oh dear. If any, you're obviously following the first season. Most of the time, I tried not to say it was like the players or anything like that, but sometimes I was pretty guilty of it. But no, most of the time it was my shoddy defending. Benzia. Oh, hey, what? I pressed the pass button, he didn't pass it. Probably because of the wet. So Lucas fighting for the ball on the halfway line. Nice. That was a really good pass as well. I was hoping he was going to carry on his run, but he didn't. I sort of forgot I was lobbing that in towards Sutton there as well. He's not exactly the fastest man in the world. He's got a lot of qualities, but pace is not one of them. Hence why I signed Kadri. Because we wanted a bit of pace up front, because Benzia is not like... he's quite quick, actually, Benzia. Here he is on the ball now. I was hoping the deflection would lead to some sort of corner there, but yeah. So if we can get a little bit more pace up front, I think we can play. Because one of the strengths we had, which was recommended to me halfway through the first season, was actually the whole playing the lofted through balls and stuff like that. And if you've got fast attackers who can get onto the end of those kind of passes, then you're obviously going to be in business. Ooh, nearly got that. So yeah, that's the sort of, I kind of want to play a little bit more like that. Equally, of course, we played a few. We had some success with some crossing because Sutton's quite good in the air. So, you know, we can have Sutton and, you know, he can be an impact player if maybe the pace isn't working. He can come on and we can sort of play some more crosses and things like that. He had to check his run there, and he did it really, really well. And Templeton scores his second goal of the game, right on the stroke of half-time. Keeper was rushing out there and probably didn't need to. But, yeah. So we'll see what changes the new player, the new attacker really has, and whether it impacts the way we play too much. I don't think it will. I think in general our passing game was quite good. There were some games where we were quite poor when we weren't passing the ball very well, and things were a bit scrappy and stuff. They were the games we tended to not win. Because that was basically it was the way we played. We played the passing game, we pass it around, and then we look for an opening. So we do a little bit of this, and then we sort of do a turn, and then attempt a shot or something like that. That's kind of the way we play. And we found it a bit difficult at times. And inconsistency crept in where we were just drawing too many games. We hardly ever lost. I think we only lost 3 games all season. Might have been 4. You know, we didn't lose a lot of games, but we drew far too many. That was the problem. In fact, I think we only lost once at home all season, I'm sure. I remember we lost at home to Motherwell fairly early on. We lost to St Mirren. That was a really bad game. And then we got, when we were sort of chilling a little bit more towards the end of the season, we got thumped by Celtic. And then we lost the Scottish Cup final to St Johnstone. And I think they were the only games we lost. I can't remember any others. So, yeah, I think we did only lose 4 times. But the key was the draws. We drew far too many games. And, well, yeah, in the end, it made us finish further down the league. Well, we finished second, but... right, let's have a look at some of these new guys then. So let's bring on Kadri in place of Sutton. Let's see what that looks like. We'll go for Toft at centre-back in place of Duffy. And we'll look at Armenteros in the defensive midfield role. Our goalkeeper, Lukaku, they will all get chances. But... We want to look at the. I definitely want to have a look at Toft at centre back because he looks amazing. We're going to want to keep him happy, I think. And then obviously our 1.4 million signing as well up front. We want to look at him. So see, that's the sort of pass that we want to be playing. And of course, it's coming to John Sutton here, who's not the fastest. But if that's going into our new guy, who's really, really quick, I think we're in business with that sort of play. So, Sutton obviously did get a shot away there, but... Oh, is that a foul? No? Okay. I kind of want to just whack this out. Like, just because I want the subs to come on. So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting season for sure. Especially having the UEFA Cup in there as well. That's at least 5 extra games. So... No, 6 extra games. What am I on about? Yeah. So here we go then. 3 brand new players coming on that have never played for us before. Zai Lucas there. Fantastic. Armenteros, here he is. He looks quite small. On loan from Inter Milan. See how he goes. Benzia. And here's the new man. Kadri. See how he does. Good little pass, Templeton. Templeton's on a hat-trick, of course. Ooh, that got deflected. Was it off my man? No, it's a corner. Of course, corners and stuff like that, I'm not really all that good at anyway. But we'll see whether not having John Sutton on the field changes anything with that. Because he's obviously a big target man, but equally we've got some good centre-backs who can go forward for corners. So I think we scored a couple of goals from corners, but it wasn't many. In general, we're not very good at corners. It's not our strength. It's not my strength either as like a player. Like as a FIFA player, I'm not very good at corners. I was way better at corners in Pro Evolution Soccer. Corners were lethal in that game. I was really good at corners in that game. He's going to have a pop. It's going to be another corner. Yeah, Pro Evolution Soccer. I was very good at corners in that game, and free kicks as well. I was good at free kicks in that game. I'm not very good at free kicks in this one. Yeah, I think in general, actually, as a whole, I was better at Pro Evolution Soccer than I was at FIFA. I don't know. It's just one of those, isn't it? Really. Right, Toft, are you going to get in there? Oh. Actually, let's whack that. Oh, I didn't get enough pace on that one. That's ridiculous. He's just absolutely done him there. It was Armenteros as well. Like, come on, man. Right, whack it away. Templeton. Here's Kadri. Right, let's have a look. Oh my god, look at the pace. He's beating him. He's really quick. Lovely. Oh, I think that's a sign of things to come, that. Look at that pace. Goodness gracious me. And Templeton scores a hat-trick. Oh, I'll tell you something. That pace was absolutely lethal. Plays the assist. That's absolutely brilliant. Templeton with 3 goals here as well. He's had an absolute barnstormer of a game. But, oh my goodness. The impact of Kadri there. Gee whiz. I'm really hoping that that is a sign of what's going to happen. That pace was ridiculous. Absolutely brilliant, that. Blimey, Templeton just keeps on raising his value as well. My goodness me. Wow. Cannot complain about that. That was superb. It's going to bode well, I think. Good stuff. Didn't see much of Toft. Didn't see much of Armenteros. So we'll learn about them a little bit more as we go through the season. Obviously, we got Lukaku and our youth goalkeeper as well come through. So, yeah, that was, Chumachero, excellent. He'll be happy with that. Yeah, that was good. Feeling good about that. Cool, they're doing the season ahead, looking at the clubs. Obviously, they'll see where we're predicted to finish as well. Should be interesting. I think I'm just going to sim these friendlies. Okay, so predicted finish is 3rd again. Of course, we finished 2nd last time. Yeah, Templeton key player. Okay, fair enough. I think I'll just sim this one. Derby. Hopefully nobody gets hurt. That's the worry, really, actually, is people getting hurt when you sim. And Lucas gets hurt. Of course he does. For the love of God. Barr was actually sent off as well in that one. 7 days. Okay, that's not the end of the world. And we have a scouting update from Norway. Okay, let's have a look. What do we got here? I think we'll just keep scouting there. We don't know too much about them to realistically be able to do anything. And yeah, Lucas is out for 7 days. That means we'll have to mess with the team management here, because I want to sim this other one as well. But we've received an offer from Mark Ridgers, loan to Exeter City. Excellent. Off you go. Okay, yes, excellent. It's the wages that are being covered that's the key bit. We need to clear some of this, some of these wages here. It's mad. Sure, okay. And the first game of the season is coming up, actually. Right. Of course, I need to do the team management stuff because Lucas is out. So Webster jumps in. And Toft has to go on the bench. There we go. Just for this game. Okay, we'll make sim this one as well. Academica. Okay, nobody got hurt, and we actually won the game. So, sweet. Okay, that's good. No complaints. Other clubs are showing interest. Oh, that was somebody we bid for in the past. Chelsea are interested in him now. Okay. Bar impresses. Yeah, okay. And of course, so we got our first game of the league season, and then we got the qualifying round of the Europa. Well, it's the Europa League, but it's the UEFA Cup. Now, of course, they wanted the aim was to actually reach the knockout stages. So that's quite an important game. So we may want to play the second team. Darren Barr wants to play the opener. Well, he's in the first team, so he will be playing the opener. But yes, I think we maybe want to play some of the lesser fancy players or some of the younger players in this first game of the season with a view to looking at the Euro League over there. So, yeah, that's probably what we're going to be looking at. But let's do that in the next episode. So that's it for now. Cheers for watching, guys. This has been myself, Matt Tomato. Be sure to subscribe to follow the series. Join me next time for more FIFA 13 career mode here, where we're going to start the actual serious games in our Hearts campaign. See you later.